Now these are ones that do. In-stride shooting, the ability to shoot off of either foot without breaking stride. Shooting off of a pass, the ability to shoot effectively off of a pass, and the ability to shoot bad passes. Being physical with the puck. When you have the puck, being able to be physical when you have it, and to be able to create space for yourself is very, very important. Speed from behind the puck we talked about. Acceleration in small areas. The ability to carry speed in small areas is very important. Quickness in all directions. Carrying speed in changes of direction. That's why the stop turn was so important. And that's why we spent so much time on it, because it's an ability to change directions, either 90 degrees or 180 degrees, and carry speed in those directions, instead of being a dead stop and restart type of play. Positional discipline. Understanding that you have positional responsibilities, and to be disciplined in those spots, and to be patient in those areas. That's a skill that translates. Every coach loves a guy who has positional discipline. Passing to the weak side. Ability to make plays to both sides of the ice, and the ability to make plays to the weak side of the ice is a critical aspect to being a playmaker. If you're a guy who's a good playmaking player, if you don't make plays to the weak side, that could be a problem. But if you can, it can open up a ton of space for other people to become very valuable at the next level. Positional interchange and timing in positional interchange. We did a lot of crossing patterns and understanding lanes and being able to fill lanes and being able to read when to move, being able to read when to be able to change positions is an excellent skill. Not everybody has it. Especially rotations to the front of the net is a very important skill for forwards. Verbal communication, as odd as that sounds, guys don't communicate very well. At this level of your stage in your development, you don't have the on-ice vocabulary yet. It just doesn't come smoothly. It's all very forced. But being able to come up with quick ways to communicate verbally with everyone that's on the ice, the sooner you can get that, the better it's going to be. The ability to shoot through traffic and having slippery shoulders and inviting contact. Slippery shoulders is inviting contact and being able to roll, spin off of checks, being able to slide, not being able to be hit solidly. Having slippery shoulders is an effective tool and skill that translates. And the last one I'm going to tell you is crossover stride ratio of under 4. So I did a study this past year, 25 guys, they're top guys, to what I would consider top performing NHL players. And I also did guys who represented the 3rd and 4th line in the National Hockey League. And the difference clearly between those guys is guys who perform at the highest level will cross their feet in acceleration, like at top speed. They'll cross their feet under 4 steps. Guys that are really at the top, like your Ovechkins and Kanes and Crosbys, they're under 3. The guys at the other end, there's some guys that are up around 12 or 14 steps. They'll take 12 or 14 linear steps before they cross their feet. And it's a big problem. The more you can cross your feet, the more speed you're maintaining, the more active you are, the more dynamic a skater you are, the better it is. So focusing on crossovers inside of your accelerations is a major deal. So those are all skills that translate and skills that don't translate. Now your challenge is to try to figure out into an introspective of your own game and try to determine how much of your game actually translates. And for those of you who are uncomfortable or haven't yet started to look at your own self on video, I would encourage you to do that. Because the more, as you guys go, every year that goes by, video becomes more and more a part of the teaching and development part of your life. So the sooner you can get comfortable and starting to read yourself and others in video situations, in games, I think the better it is. Watching more hockey and taping games or taping players that are exciting to you or you think you could potentially be, or a path in which you would like to project to be, I would encourage you to start taping those games and taking time after school to just take a look at 1 or 2 or 3 shifts that a guy does. Try to get yourself familiar with patterns in which they have. Everyone has patterns. And the sooner you can understand your patterns and whether or not those patterns translate like players that you think you might like to become, the better it is. So I really encourage you to start playing around on your own with video, because I think it'll be a very, very important thing. So I want to keep it very short, just give you what I would consider to be something a little different to talk about, something a little different for you to start thinking about, translatable skill. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer those questions. If not, then if you got loads of time now to get yourself ready for what I would consider a very fun part of the camp. It's a little game for you guys to show what you can do. If anybody has any questions, they don't want to talk in front of the group, that's not a problem. I'll be here for the whole game. You're more than welcome to come by and talk to me. Thanks very much.